Good evening and welcome to the evening news for today, Thursday, November 30th, 2023. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. Now let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. Guyana holds bilateral talks with UK's King Charles, top officials from UAE and France. Investors should not be jittery. INDAR reinforces that ESSEQUIBO belongs to Guyana. Guyana's defense diplomacy stronger than ever before, says TEIXEIRA. United Airlines announces direct flights between Guyana and Houston, and missing BERBICE man found beheaded in drain. Venezuelans confess to crime. Now for the news in detail. Guyana continues to garner support from the international community when it comes to the Venezuelan threat to its territorial sovereignty, with bilateral discussions being held with France, the United Kingdom, and the United Arab Emirates on the global stage. Here is Gerald Bryan with our lead story tonight.
On Thursday, President Dr. Finali and Vice President Barra Jagdeo met with Britain's King Charles III on the sidelines of COP28 in Dubai. President Ali is leading Guyana's delegation to the climate change talks and will be returning to Guyana on December 2nd. In addition to King Charles, the pair also held talks with former British Prime Minister turned Foreign Secretary Dave Cameron. During the meeting with the Foreign Secretary, issues related to the Guyana-Venezuela border controversy were raised. Meanwhile, President Ali also held talks with Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the United Arab Emirates. During the discussions, the two leaders explored enhanced cooperation in various fields, especially in economic and development. The two sides also discussed several regional and international issues of common interest and exchanged views on them. Meanwhile, Guyana continues to engage members of the United Nations Permanent Security Council, such as France. On Tuesday, Foreign Secretary Robert Passaud had talks with head of the Political Affairs Department of the French Foreign Ministry, Mohamed Bouabdallah. In addition to Guyana's border controversy with Venezuela, they discussed Security Council matters and what Guyana will seek to accomplish during its term as a non-permanent member of the Council from January 2024. The French official reiterated France's full support for the International Court of Justice (ICJ) process of resolving the border controversy. France's expression of support is the latest in a long list of countries and global organizations that have shown solidarity with Guyana in light of renewed threats from Venezuela. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.
Amid heightened aggression from neighboring Venezuela, investors in Guyana are being assured not to worry, with Minister within the Public Works Ministry, Deodat Indar, reminding that the ESSEQUIBO region historically and legally belongs to Guyana. Here is Gerald Bryan again with the details.
On Wednesday, Minister within the Public Works Ministry, Deodat Indar, was the keynote speaker at a ceremony to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the Machinery Incorporated, McCorp. While there, Indar also spoke of the Guyana-Venezuela border controversy and reminded investors that they can rest assured ESSEQUIBO belongs to Guyana.
Our people in ESSEQUIBO, we born there, we live there, we love there, we die there, we bury there. And this happened generation after generation. And here you have an aggressor coming and say that this land is ESSEQUIBO belongs to them. That is why we have to let the facts out there. So when people post this kind of misleading information out there, we need to put the facts and say that is not so. We need to clear it up all the time. So I'm obliged to say that at this podium and every other podium that I go to once this matter is alive and kicking, because Guyanese need to know the truth. And the people that come here to invest, you must know that ESSEQUIBO belongs to Guyana. And you shouldn't be jittery about it, because that is the case.
Indar described the backstory of the Guyana-Venezuela border controversy all the way back to 1899 when the arbitral award was made and the border settled. He noted that for years this was the accepted state of affairs until Guyana's independence approached, after which Venezuela suddenly tried to backtrack.
Just imagine, Rosalinda, just imagine your great-great-grandfather had a piece of land and he gave it to your great-grandfather. And your great-grandfather decided to make up the drains, plant up the yard, cultivate the place, and give it to your grandfather. And your grandfather fixed up the house, he put in AC, nice up the place, he painted up, he put a nice thing at the front, and then your father get it. And your father added more to it. He put a security guard at the front, put barbed wire fence, and now your father is giving it to you. So 124 years have gone by. and some stranger just walk in and say, oh, yo, that's not yours, that is mine. It's exactly what is happening here now.
Guyana's Spanish-speaking neighbor has laid claim to more than two-thirds of Guyana's landmass in the Essequibo region. Additionally, Venezuela is claiming a portion of its exclusive economic zone, EEZ, in which nearly 11 billion barrels of oil have been discovered. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.
Parliamentary Affairs and Governance Minister Gail TEIXEIRA has reckoned that the strength of Guyana's defense diplomacy and capability is better than it has ever been in light of heightened tension with Venezuela in the ongoing border controversy. Rupasina Ryan tells us more.
Engaging the virtual diaspora public awareness session in Florida on the Guyana-Venezuela controversy on Wednesday evening, Parliamentary Affairs and Governance Minister Gail TEIXEIRA underscored that Guyana has good allies on its side, especially neighboring Brazil, which has been concerned about any incursions from Venezuela into Guyana's territory. According to her, times have changed from the position Guyana was in decades ago, when it was not considered geopolitically important. Now many such variables have turned around.
Guyana today is not Guyana 20 years ago or 30 years ago. It's completely different. The level in when they took on Coco Island, we didn't even have an army. The army was now being formed, and so we were quite helpless. Today, we're quite different in terms of our capabilities and our intelligence gathering and the relationship we have had with Brazil. Brazil has been the big brother of Guyana for decades, regardless of which government is in power in Brazil. And every smaller country needs a big brother or big sister to be able to ensure, especially if the neighboring one is one that is claiming your territory. We were never in this position before, in terms of the strength of our defense diplomacy, partly because in the 1990s we're not considered a geopolitical importance. Today we are considered a country of geopolitical importance. So there are many variables that could change the outcome.
Education Minister Priya Manikchand also addressed the forum, where she spoke of Guyana's preparedness both nationally and domestically.
We are mobilized. Our army is mobilized. The United States has troops on the ground that arrived here 2 days ago, Gail. Two to 3 days
special
ago.
Delegation, yeah.
A special delegation of special forces here who have worked with us before and are here. And we have there will be no holes barred in the defense of our borders and our people and our territorial integrity, and that may mean the reliance on friendly forces.
Manikchand added that the Guyana Defense Force is mobilized and the United States Department of Defense remains on the ground.
While we hope and expect, frankly, that the ICJ's rulings will be respected, and we believe that that ruling is going to say on the 1st that Venezuela is injuncted from doing anything with any kind of result it gets from its referendum. So what that means is you could get a result. People can tell you they want you to annex Venezuela, but the court will say you can't act on that until we hear the substantive matter determining the border controversy that Venezuela has raised. And so we expect that to happen. And while we hope that they will be compliant and they're going to be respectful of that, we also are going to be prepared. We've made no secret about that. We will be prepared nationally and domestically.
Last month, the Venezuelan National Electoral Council had published a list of 5 questions that it plans to put before the Venezuelan people in a referendum set for December 3rd, 2023. The referendum will seek the Venezuelan people's approval to, among other things, annex ESSEQUIBO and create a Venezuelan state. Over the past few weeks, Guyana has been informing regional and international partners of Venezuela's planned referendum, which has been criticized by the United States, CARICOM, and the Organization of American States, as well as several other nations in the region, including Brazil. Rupasina Ryan, The Evening News.
A boat transporting about 40 Venezuelan migrants, including women and children, was on Wednesday intercepted in Region 1. This interception was made at about 14 hours in the Maruca subdivision. Information reaching this publication revealed that the vessel transporting the Spanish-speaking nationals was stopped by police ranks stationed at the Cumaco waterfront in Maruca. There were 12 females and 4 children among the 40 passengers. It is suspected that they were heading to the Guayana area where there are settlements for Venezuelan migrants. The Evening News understands that the 40 migrants were subsequently escorted to the Mabaruma police station where they are expected to be screened and processed. Of recent, there has been an increase in the number of Venezuelan migrants coming into Guyana in search of betterment after fleeing harsh living conditions in their homeland. In other news, United Airlines Inc. today announced that it would be launching direct flights between Guyana and Houston from April 2024. This decision, however, is still subject to approval from the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority. According to a statement from the carrier on April 1, United will be the first airline to offer non-stop service between Houston and Georgetown, Guyana, with 4 times weekly service on a Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft. Sharing this announcement was Finance Minister Dr. Ashni Singh, who also reminded that this new service is still subject to government's approval. United Airlines Inc. is a major American airline headquartered at the Willis Tower in Chicago, Illinois. United operates a large domestic and international route network spanning cities large and small across the United States and all 6 inhabited continents. Coming up, President Ali receives Barbados' highest national award, and the Prime Minister calls for more men to join teaching profession. Do stay with us. More news ahead.
John Lewis Styles has opened a new department, now offering home goods. Here you can find quality sheets and towels, pillows, blankets, and even bath mats and shower curtains. Organize your laundry with clothes baskets, fabric steamers, irons, and ironing boards. For the kitchen we have small appliances, towels and mittens, pot sets and dinner sets too. Decorate the house with mirrors, picture frames, floating shelves, and decorative pillows. All these and more on Waterloo Street. It's fashion for the home. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Giving you the best Christmas with Digicel.
Digicel is bringing you the best deals, the best prices, and the best cash prizes. Hold on to your Santa hats, because there's up to $50 million in cash to be won. Activate any data plan, and you can be one of 14 winners to join Digicel's Spin to Win game show, where you can win millions in cash. Activate a data plan today on the best network and make this Christmas the best one yet.
Digicel. Giving you the best Christmas with Digicel. This Christmas, it's all about the best. Digicel is bringing you the best deals, the best prices, and the best cash prizes. Get half off and a whopping 50 gigs of data when you purchase the Samsung A04 for just $14,000, the Samsung A14 for just $29,000, or the Samsung A24 for just $35,000. That's right, half off and 50 gigs of data. It doesn't get any better than this. So why wait? This Christmas, buy nothing but the best. Offer good while stocks last. Digicel.
Guyanese women from across the country are being empowered to take advantage of the many opportunities presented by the oil and gas industry. Entrepreneurial, leadership, procurement, and management are some of the training programs that women continue to have access to through the Center for Local Business Development and workshops hosted by companies in the industry. As oil production increases, so will these opportunities for Guyanese women.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. Guyana's President, Dr. Irfaan Ali, has received the prestigious Order of Freedom of Barbados, the highest national award of that country. President Ali is being recognized for a strong commitment to enhance cooperation and collaboration to achieve regional integration, a strong commitment to foster deeper social and economic partnerships, particularly in relation to food and nutrition security, and for the upliftment of the people of Barbados and the region. The Private Sector Commission, in a message of congratulation to the Guyanese head of state, related that President Ali's inclusion in the list of Independence Day honorees is a testament to his remarkable dedication and unwavering commitment to fostering cooperation and achieving regional integration. The PSC added that his efforts towards deeper social and economic partnerships for the upliftment of the people of Barbados and the wider region have not gone unnoticed. Congratulatory messages to the Guyanese leader were also delivered by other private sector bodies, trade unions, and other stakeholders. Andrew Carmichael joins us now to report that days after he went missing, the butchered body of a laborer was today found in a drain situated near a house which was occupied by several Venezuelan nationals, who have since reportedly confessed to the heinous crime. Here are the details.
The dead man has been identified as 43-year-old Chetram Ramjatan, called Buck Crab of Kilcoy Settlement, Quarantine. The man's headless body was discovered on Thursday at around 7 hours in a trench situated in a yard not far from where he lived alone. The trench was also situated behind a building which is used by Venezuelan nationals as a home. They all worked on a nearby poultry farm. According to the now dead man's sister, he had gone missing since Saturday last, and during the family's search for him, they were being prevented from entering the yard of the Venezuelan nationals. The family subsequently received news that a man was killed and his body dumped. As such, the police were contacted, and together with family members, they went in search of the missing man. His butchered body was eventually found on Thursday morning.
This morning, I'm called back station to have our search back ready, and you tell them to go. And when they go, I'll be there stand up till the police reach. So when the police reach, I'll be going. My brother go in a little one, and when he go in the trench, he raise up my brother's hand. And he raise up his hand and tell me and identify me. When we go, he wear red trunks with 2 stripes on 2 sides. And they say he head cut out. And stab him up his stomach and chop up his face.
When the headless body was pulled from the trench, police took it away and 2 Venezuelan men were taken into custody. A female Venezuelan national who resides in the house was also questioned but released. One of the 2 Venezuelans has since informed the detectives of what transpired, leading to Ramjatan's demise. Residents have expressed shock, saying that Ramjatan never harmed anyone in the community. They did not say the same regarding Ramjatan's brother, who lives next to the Venezuelans. As such, neighbors believe that a murder might have been a case of mistaken identity. They believe the target was Ramjatan's brother. Residents claim that the brother and his family would often attack the foreigners.
We
more good than all of them. And that's the easiest one.
You say you don't trouble anybody.
No.
When I was there just now, somebody was telling me that he has another brother who usually end up trouble them and go and trouble the things.
Yes, that's my little brother, not he.
You think they could have made a mistake?
Me don't know the mistake. But that brother more tall, but then kill the next one more sharp to trouble them too. The stepdaughter does some thief, them phone, and me don't know one. Me hear. And me hear people say they make mistake with he. He clothes where he wear, then give man 3 pounds more, 3 pounds of them clothes to wear and push in the trench under the stuff.
For the evening news, Andrew Carmichael.
Guyana now boasts 79% trained teachers in classrooms after the largest batch of 1,796 persons yesterday graduated from the Cyril Potter College of Education. Rupasina Ryan tells us more.
The 89th CPCE convocation ceremony was not only the largest cohort of teachers to ever graduate from Guyana's training college, but also the largest cohort of graduating teachers in the Caribbean. Previously, the country's trained teachers stood at 65%. As the Education Ministry pursues its goal of having 100% trained teachers in schools, 99.5% of them are either trained or in the process of becoming certified. Education Minister Priya Manikchand charged the new graduates to excel in adding value to the lives of children. She added that through partnership with the University of Guyana, these persons can now complete their degrees.
We know that you are more likely to deliver quality if you are taught to teach. And we know that your salaries will look better when you are trained. And we know that your life will improve once you are able to deliver better. And so we insist that everyone in the classroom going forward will be trained. We've worked with the University of Guyana to allow all of you to train at the same time, and that has never happened before. You had to get releases. You remember that? Only some from a school can go. You can enroll immediately on a degree program at Goal so that you can train further.
Admissions into the training college have significantly increased after systems were put in place during the COVID-19 pandemic to put the institution fully online. Previously, just over 500 persons could have been accommodated at CPCE.
We are here today and you are graduating as trained teachers here today because we believed in you and we invested in a system that would give you and your life a better purpose and direction, and that would allow us to put trained teachers in the classroom. And so the story, I think the mood here is that where there's a will, there's always a way.
Meanwhile, CPCE Principal Noella Joseph urged the newly trained teachers to be professional in the execution of their mandate to educate and nurture the nation's children.
You have completed the first phase of your path to becoming a professional educator, which is worthy of commendation and celebration. It is, however, very important that you exhibit the correct attitudes and qualities for your learners to emulate. Here is where you demonstrate the professional deportment synonymous with this noble profession.
Some 477 teachers graduated from the Early Childhood Education Program, 841 from the Primary Education Program, 238 from the Secondary Academic Program, and 240 from the Secondary Pre-Vocational Program. Of the graduates, 66 graduated from the Trained Teachers Certificate Program, while the remaining 1,730 completed the Associate Degree Program. Rupa Sinarayan, The Evening News.
Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips has called for more men to join the teaching profession after the gender makeup saw a larger batch of women graduating this year from the Cyril Potter College of Education. Here is Rupa Sinarayan joining us again with the details.
From the 1,796 teachers who graduated from the Cyril Potter College of Education this week, 87% were women. As he delivered the feature address at the graduating ceremony on Wednesday, Prime Minister Mark Phillips urged more men to seek out opportunities in the teaching profession.
We need more men to come forward in our education system. We need to recruit more men in our education system. However, with the 13% of men who graduating today, and you all, our female graduates, your dedication and passion for education has led you to this stage, and your commendable accomplishments deserve admiration and applause.
He emphasized the importance of trained teachers in the classroom and reiterated the government's commitment to fostering quality education by investing in tangible initiatives including improving educational facilities, expanding the use of information and communication technology in education, enhancing TVET facilities, and increasing scholarship opportunities, among others.
The government of Guyana remains steadfast in our commitment to fostering a better education system. We have set ambitious goals to enhance access to education from nursery to university, to elevate the overall quality of education, and to equip students with the skills needed for success in the job market, especially in technical and tertiary fields.
To achieve these goals, the Prime Minister stressed the need for a dedicated and passionate cadre of teachers.
The Guyana Rice Development Board's laboratory at Labon Intention on the east coast of Demerara was on Wednesday recertified by the Guyana National Bureau of Standards. With the recertification, the lab will aid in further improving the quality of rice produced in the country. Kamesi Slow tells us more.
Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa on Wednesday emphasized the importance of the rice sector to the wider Guyanese economy, and more so, the significance of the Guyana Rice Development Board and its laboratory. According to the minister, the work of the lab is responsible for the good yields being reaped in recent years.
Because if you look at the amount of land being cultivated, it's not too much increase we have had over the last 3 years. Almost the same amount of land, the same amount of hectare or acreage, but we have seen an increase in production. Why? Because the quality, the testing that has been done, we have better quality of planting material, better quality of chemical, better quality of crop husbandry, and that is the reason we are getting better yield.
Mustafa was at the time speaking during a simple ceremony held to mark the recertification of the lab by the Guyana National Bureau of Standards. He also made reference to the newly launched rice variety in Guyana, the G18-113 bio-fortified rice variety, which is nutritionally rich in zinc. Minister Mustafa explained that this will also aid in improving the yields.
That rice will help farmers to increase their yield, but at the same time, it will attract preferential prices around the world.
Meanwhile, the agriculture minister highlighted that despite the drought conditions, the rice sector is still projected to achieve its targets for the year. Moreover, he said next year the goal will be to significantly boost the production to meet global demands.
This year and next year you will see a shortage of grains, and there will be a lot of demands for rice, and we are hoping that next year we can increase production substantially from this year's production so that we can produce more rice. When we produce more rice, we'll have more export, but we also have to produce better quality of rice. And this recertification of this lab will help us to improve our quality, to produce better rice, and also increase the yield.
I am Kamisi Slow, reporting for the Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge is scheduled to be closed to vehicular traffic on Friday, December 1st, 2023 at 4 hours for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the BERBICE River Bridge is expected to be closed at 7 hours on Friday, December 1st, 2023, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
Lady Jags pummeled Dominica 9-0 in South Africa tour, Windies A&E 308 for victory after a batting meltdown. Details of these stories and more in the Sportcast, sponsored by MacCorp, coming up on the other side of the break.
Contractors, available at Sylvie's are Karcher push sweepers, equipped with dual bristles. These push-powered machines can cover over 32,000 square feet per hour, collecting sand, dust and particles from roadways and project sites. Save time, use less labor and earn more. Order yours now at sylviesonline.com or Tower 31 High in Hatfield Streets or Lot 90, East Henrietta, ESSEQUIBO.
Did you know that when you leave your property unoccupied and unmanaged, it deteriorates much faster than you can imagine? Then before you know it, much of your hard-earned investment is wasted. At Hand in Hand Trust Corporation, property management is our business. Whether you travel for long periods, live overseas, or have several properties that require managing, let us at Hand in Hand Trust Corporation take care of this for you. Your property is safe with us. Hand in Hand Trust Corporation Incorporated, a member of the Hand in Hand Group of Companies.
Superbet, your best bet. Did you know that you have a chance to win up to 15 million with sport betting? Simply place your bets at www.superbet.gy for your chance to be the next lucky millionaire. Must be 18 years and older. Terms and conditions apply. Play responsibly.